IE and FS 47. Subhata sir, padhte rahiyega. I've seen you working hard. Just have faith in yourself, and ultimately, I think have the faith in your God. They'll definitely make sure that you are doing something harder there. Prasad sir, you can score more than this. It's not only 53, pata. You can score more than this in this examination. Good morning. Join in, everyone. Waiting for everybody to join in. Abhishek's are there only. Waking up at 5:30 and being here at 6. That is what we're doing. Actually, I woke up at 5:15. And I'll be meeting you in the evening as well. So I'll try my level best. Now, all I want from your side is whatever I'm discussing with you, you should be doing the same thing as well. We have so many things to do now. There are MCQs that I'm giving you. There are MCQs. There are quick notes that I've given you. I've given you terminologies. I've given you all the basics. Yesterday only, I think you got almost 5-6 handouts from my side. So, but sir, you have received a few of them already. Just have a look at it. Whether there are certain things that might be repeated and certain things that is going to help you further as well. Acha, I'll be sharing the particular details of my classes as well. I think today we'll be meeting for the demos only on YouTube. But yesterday I had a specific class. Good morning, everybody on the YouTube. In the yesterday's class, now I've discussed a specific area of. Acha, Subhata sir, after the YT session, I had a particular paid session as well. It was almost for 2.5 hours, actually more than that. Everybody who was there in the particular session on YouTube as well, please share the session. Today I'm going to discuss a very important area. So this is going parallel. So basically the topic that I've taken up today is rules of journal. This is one particular thing that you should know because this is always asked in the examination, never ever skipped. So you can understand how important this particular topic is. And this lays down the foundation for journal, then ledger, then trial balance. Matlab, if you do this properly, then everything else becomes a piece of cake, provided you understand this part very well. So everybody who is a part of the previous batches, I'm going to definitely discuss or revise that part with you. Everybody who is absolutely new in this particular session, it doesn't matter. We're going to discuss in detail. Everybody who's there on YouTube, please like the session, share the session, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet. And on our virtual library now, all my previous sessions are also available. So I forgot to tell you about that part as well. Let me show you what exactly is virtual library. I'm giving you the link. All my previous sessions, all other teachers are also there. This is our virtual library. We have added all our sessions PDFs over there as well. So you can go there. All the PPTs are being updated there itself. So all my batches can definitely go ahead with it. Okay, the link for this particular thing is given in the YouTube section, everyone. And for the paid ones, don't worry, you're getting it from my side personally as well. All these things I'm sharing with you. Everybody who's joining in on YouTube, don't worry, you have got all this in the description itself. In the description, you will find the first part, that is virtual library. This is free for all. This includes all the sessions of mine, Priyanshu ma'am as well as Aarti ma'am. So you will not have a problem. All these topics would be there for you. Video section, PDF section, whatever the situation is. So you get all these things together. Okay, now we are done with all this particular area. Now let's talk about the topic that we're supposed to start with. That is rules of accounting. What do you mean by rules of accounting, everyone? पता है, in accounting, even just like mathematics, we have formats. You remember when we were doing maths, I was a kid, so the very first thing that teachers tell you that, पता है, what is the format for writing the table? 2 multiplied by 1 is equal to 2. They tell us this, na? Then we write 2 multiplied by 2 is equal to 4. This was the table of 2. We never asked our teachers ki why this format. You know? In accounting, we have been asking, Arey, ma'am, why do you write this side debit and what is this about credit? Basically, in accounting, they introduced these two terms, debit and credit. This was given by Luca Piccioli. He called them deber or credere. There had been multiple theories about it, deber and credere, debito and credito. Okay. Ultimately, in English, when these particular terms were adapted, they became debit and credit. But here we use debit and here we use credit. What do we do in this case? One part is complete debit, one part is complete credit. It is also called debit register and credit register. Or the entire accounting says ki one thing is there. From the credit side, you bring money into the business. For example, if I bring 10,000 rupees in the business, that is called capital. Capital is introduced in the business through credit side. And then I use this money into the business. For example, what will I do? I'll buy a car. Okay. I got 20 lakh rupees in my pocket. I had to get multiple things. I am basically, I'm a tour and travels. So what will I do? I'll buy 2-3 cars. And if I've got 20 lakhs, so I can buy some second-hand cars and some new cars, and we are good to go. That means I'm investing this money into the business as 20 lakh and then utilizing this money into my business. And from that money, I'm generating funds. Right? For example, I use the digital pen tab. Assume that this is my own business. If this is my own business, then what am I doing? From the investment that I have made in my equipments, I am earning more. You know? That part is basically on the debit side. So basic accounting equation says whatever you build up in your business, that is your assets. They are built up because you use your own money. And as if this was enough, sometimes it is definitely not enough. We all love cars and all, but most of us, let's actually accept this part. We all buy all these things by having loans. Even the people who are having good amount of money, they even prefer loans because you can cry in front of income tax department, high interest expense. And then they will agree to that interest expense and that will lessen your tax burden. So it gives you a tax shield. You'll be dealing with this in taxation, Income Tax Act 1961. Now, when we talk about this entire area, this is called rules of accounting. In terms of this is basic accounting equation. In almost every book. It's not only our book, but in other books as well. Good morning, Mishra sir. Everybody who's there on YouTube, please like the session and share it as well. Okay, everyone, in this case, what are we talking about? In 1494 AD, he gave. This is hardly 500 years back, if we talk about it. Hardly 500 years, while there had been so many things that have been defined way back. But accounting that we do today is defined in Italy. Once he defined it in Italy, then this was given in his book named Summa. This can also be asked in the examination because the name of this book is given in our book. Okay. Summa was given in our book, and according to this, later on, England as well as other European countries accepted it. First of all, English came up with their approach, and then Americans said, we want to introduce our approach. And somehow, since the American approach is new, then it is easier as well. Let me show you. Everyone, in terms of accounting, we have two different types of accounting. Single entry and double entry. Single entry matlab, you receive cash, then we'll record it. If it's in credit or there is nothing clear about that money, don't talk about it right now. Wait for that moment. We'll record it in future, but not right now. That is what we call the single entry accounting. Everyone, SUMMA, Summa. That's the name of his book, sir, in which he had written. In India, Chanakya gave it, and he gave it in his book called Arthashastra. That is also given. वैसे तो even पता है Babylonians as well as there are other Egyptians are also given the accounting, but ultimately their accounting is not accepted widely. This accounting was accepted widely. Luca Pacioli, sir, who's known as the father of accounting. His book. For example, I am having a business on two bases. A few people give me cash and a few people go on credit. As per single entry, or also called incomplete accounting, you just have to record only the cash based. You do not record the other bases. While in terms of double entry bookkeeping, you record both the bases. Matlab, you receive money in cash, record it. Accrual basis, matlab, you are having due basis, record it. That's one particular rule which this clearly follow. Okay, whatever happens in the business, we want to record everything. How will I remember everything altogether, everyone? Matlab, think about me. I have multiple classes. There's a specific schedule that which we prepare. It's not only about you who can see those schedules. The schedules are prepared for us as well. How will I remember so many classes and so many of these things? If I have to teach, I have to have some study material to teach you. Na? So in this case, I also prepare all these things. In your banks, what are you doing? You are preparing personal ledgers of persons. If you look at that particular accounting area, you will see first of all a personal account is updated, and then the bank's total transactions general ledger is updated. Your personal ledger is updated first, because if I have an account number, say 1234, now the account number 1234 will be updated first, and then this will go to the main sheet of the bank for the day. This has happened today. Why? Because as soon as 1234 is updated, I will receive a message about it. Till the time I don't receive a message about it, I'll be like, "Arre, pata nahi, why didn't the message come? Probably there's something." So I'm connecting this particular chapter with one more chapter. Personal ledger are basically updated first in banks, but in accounting, we have a long process. We prepare, pata hai, what happened today, sale, purchase, this happened, that happened, we paid for the labor, XYZ, all those things would be noted down. Once we're done with that part, the next part that comes is, once we're done with all those basics, then we prepare a bigger compilation. Throughout the year, whatever transaction we would have done with those people, those tabular forms are created, which are called ledger. From those tabular things, they will create a bigger statement, which is called trial balance. Not even treated as a proof, it is just basically a working paper. From trial balance, you get your ultimate two things, that is your balance sheet and your profit and loss account. Once you prepare your profit and loss account and your balance sheet, from that you also get some derived books. One of them is cash flow statement and fund flow. You get both of these because of your balance sheets and your profit and loss account, of course, right? Done, everyone? Chaliye. Now comes traditional approach and modern approach. The traditional approach is by the Britishers and modern approach is by the Americans. So you have to remember this part. Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody who's there in the particular session on YouTube, you have gone through the particular virtual library. All my sessions are also being updated there as well as in my Telegram channel. So please go through the Telegram channel as well. The Telegram channel is JAIIB Exam 2023 Niharika ma'am. You'll find me there. Previous sessions are also there. I think the oldest ones, last year's PPTs are also there in the form of PDFs. You'll find it. So last year marathons details, this year marathon details are all added there. So whenever you get time, add this particular Telegram channel and be there. Good morning, Deepa ma'am. Okay, now when we talk about traditional and modern approach, traditional approach clearly said that the working of any organization is based upon 2-3 things. Okay, Everyone, an important area to cover. Account says two areas are basically defined. Number one is personal. Number two is impersonal. Wherever a name is being specified, we call those personal accounts because ultimately some person is involved now. And then we have impersonal, where nothing related to a person is involved. Starting from personal account. Everyone, I am a natural person. My name is Niharika Valia. If I talk about my name, I am a human being who breathes. I'm a human being who has an Aadhaar card, who has a PAN card, right? Who's there in the eyes of law that I exist. I have my birth certificate, I have PAN card, all those things are there. Driving license. That shows that I'm a human being. I have my bank account, I have my property, I can have property in my name, I can sell property, I can buy property, I can start a business, I can end a business. I have all these options because I'm a human being, which is allowed in the eyes of law. That is natural. Then done. So this is what we are covering in this specific area. यहाँ पर first is natural person. अच्छा everyone, what do you call a bank? Is bank a natural person? Bank can also have a PAN card. Bank will have a PAN card, है ना? Then because they have to file their returns as well, or they don't. Banking companies are there. Then we have Tata has a PAN card. Tata Group will have a specific PAN card. They have their SIN number, that is company identification number. Then when we talk about a partnership firm, what are these companies? Banking companies they are all artificial companies. Correct, Subrata sir. This can be asked in the examination regarding classification. There is at least 1 to 2 questions from this particular area itself. So it's a super important area. Artificial matlab this is created in the eyes of law. This is not actually created, but in the eyes of law, yes, it's there. Yes, it's there. Okay. Good morning, everyone on the YouTube. Everybody, please keep on participating and let me know about your examples for all these things as well. I can add Tata Group, Wipro, Infosys. They are all what? They are all artificial persons. Acha, what is representative? This is one of the most confusing areas. Pata? In the examination, this is one particular area which nobody remembers. Acha, let's talk about it. Subhata sir, I bought something from you. Okay. And then I said, Subhata sir, I'll make the payment tomorrow. In this case, sir is someone from whom I've bought the goods. He is my creditor. I sold some goods to Sharda ma'am. Then ma'am is my debtor. The person to whom I have to pay, he's a burden on my head. I'm like, oh God, I have to pay to someone. He's a creditor. From someone from whom I have to receive money is called a debtor. I'll be all chill. Ki pata hai, I'll receive money from this person. That's a debtor. Artificial, all the companies. But then what is representative? I was supposed to pay rent to Subrato sir. Rent was rupees 10,000. Currently, I haven't paid it yet. I said, sir, I'll be making the payment tomorrow. This is due. Everybody, for a business, what is important? Subrato sir or rent? Think about it very carefully. Which among the following is actually more important? The name of the particular person or second thing, that is the purpose. Because when the income tax department comes or the auditor comes, he's not going to ask you, who's Mr. Subrato? They'll be asking, Acha, why did you write his name? I'll be like, just a moment, I think I might have to confirm it from Subrato sir. Why have I written their name in my books of accounts? This will create a trouble. Correct, Sharda ma'am. Very good. In this case, it is the rent outstanding that I have to pay. In this case, Subrata sir is going to note down that Niharika ma'am, you are supposed to pay me. So now in my books I've written rent outstanding. In their books they have written rent accrual. Okay, accrual rent. The amount is due. Sir will write down ki he will soon receive money. He'll be like, Acha, I'll be receiving money. Pata, I'll be receiving money. And I'll be like, Are, I have to pay money. That is one part. For us, it's not about our names. It's about the nature of the payment. Prepaid and advances. These are also a part of it. Matlab, in this case, what am I doing? I have to pay certain amount of money to sir. Okay. I said, sir, Subhata sir, I cannot wait for the entire month to end. I'm giving you the money right away. Accrual means due basis, sir. The income that we are yet to receive. I paid in advance, it's prepaid. I received advances, it is also there. Because you receive advances for some purpose, na? Note down the purpose, not the name. Got the idea, everyone? These are representative accounts because these four things will represent a person's account because ultimately the name behind the rent is Mr. Subrato. The name behind paying the rent is Miss Nehal and my name there. Whatever we look forward to. In that case, that is a representative account. Right? Done, everyone. That's representative account. Then comes the impersonal account. What do you mean by impersonal? They're like, Acha, now you have talked about persons. What about the other things? That is real. Real account and nominal account. Real account says, I take care of all the assets. Remember the term cradle, everyone? C-R-A-D-L-E. Cradle. We talked about it in the last class. Everybody on YouTube, we have done this yesterday as well. Go through the particular session at 7 p.m. You'll find it. In this area, this is also covered in the YT session. YT session at 4 p.m. and you will also find a reference of it in 7 p.m. session as well. So when we talk about cradle means the money that I put in the business is called capital. Just a moment. Here. This is cradle, everyone. The pillars of accounting. Capital means the money that I'm putting into the business. We talked about it in the class as well, everyone. Business entity concept. Business and businessman are not the same. Business is different. Businessman is different. That is why a person receives salary. A business will never receive salary. Done? That is capital. Second point is revenue. Why do you put money into business? Not for charity, but for earning money, na? That is revenue. Then we have assets. But whenever I put money into the business, that money is invested somewhere in the form of anything. That is our assets. Sharda ma'am, expenses and incomes, yes. Profit is earned when you earn income, you remove your expenses, then you get profits. Then you have drawings. When I put money into the business, it's called capital. When I take money out of the business for my personal use, now I'm not putting the money into a business use. I'm taking the money out of it. That is called drawings. Next is liabilities. What do you mean by the term liability, everyone? In a business, there's a certain amount which is used in the business for running the business. My money can fall short. Capital is my own funds. If I ask any of you, Sharda ma'am, please provide me a loan of 10 lakh rupees. Ma'am gives me a loan. This is a burden on my head. Here I have to pay back. There is a liability. Then you have expenses. Okay? Expenses would include everything that you are doing. Everyone to run a business, for example, to run a class even. Right now, if I'm doing this work, this is my business. So I'll be telling you about the debit and credit soon now. When we talk about cradle expense is what? To have this particular class, the fan is going on, AC is running, and at the same time light is there, and at the same time Wi-Fi is also running. And I've got our inverter, so inverter consumption of electricity is also there. So multiple areas are working right now, no? Just to make sure the class is going on. That means I am doing some expense to earn my income. That is what we cover in this area, everyone. Got the idea? That is cradle. Now, among the cradle, we are covering the specific area of real account where we talk about assets. Everything that helps your business to grow is called asset. It helps your business to grow. You don't sell that particular thing. If I'm a stationery vendor, I'll sell stationery and get money. Stationery is good to me. But what about the rack? What about the furniture and fittings that I've created there? That's an asset now. Just because I can put all those things in that particular rack and everything, people will buy things from me. It becomes real. It's an asset. Asset means anything that helps a business to grow. That is real account. Then you have the next part, which is tangible. The ones which can be touched, for example, plant and machinery, building, stationery, they're all covered under tangible. Anything which you cannot touch is called intangible. Done, everyone? So asset is also done. Capital and drawings are personal. And even the liabilities are also personal. Because liabilities have a name, be it real. And this particular question is asked not only in your examination, but multiple examinations. Even in promotion examinations, they have been asking questions from here. Got the idea, everyone? Why have I defined accountancy in real, personal, and nominal accounts? Everyone, quick look, and then we'll move on and see the applicability of the same. Everyone on the YouTube? Any doubts in this area? Having an eye on the chat box as well, so you can tell me if there's any problem there. Good morning, Sanjeev sir. Done? When we talk about the golden rules of accounting, what next do we have? In terms of golden rules of accounting, next part is this. When we talk about a person, where do you put the debit side? Where do you put the credit side? We don't know. Hai? They say, first of all, classify the accounting into real, personal, and nominal accounts. Once you find out, for example, there was a particular payment that I made to Subrato sir. So let's take it, Mr. S. Okay. I made payment to Mr. S. Now, if I make any payment to Mr. S, I have to note down the name of Mr. S so that I don't make the payment again. From my business, he's a receiver or a giver? I paid Mr. S 10,000 rupees, everyone. From the point of view of my business, is he a receiver or a giver for the business? Sure, Abhishek sir. Just a moment. Correct, Sharda ma'am. He's a receiver and I'm a giver. Mr. S is a receiver. So in this case, the rule says debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Golden rules of accounting. Now, this is personal account. Good morning, Shud sir. Good to see you. Shesh sir, there in the class. Everybody else? All the previous bankers who had been there in different batches, please let me know about your presence. Everyone who's there on YouTube as well, please let me know. Good morning. Abhishek sir, now your part. Impersonal accounts means there's no person involved. Good to see you, sir. We have real account and nominal account. Real account means the account which is related to person. No, person is all done. All the assets are here. Anything that helps your business to grow is real account. Everyone, I hope everybody from the previous batch remembers the story for the hen that lays golden egg. When you have a particular hen that lays a golden egg, you don't kill that particular hen. You feed the hen so that you keep on getting the egg every single day. Because the day you try to do something to the hen, your source of income is gone. Everyone, I earn because I have all these equipments. And if I sell these equipments and I do not buy more, my source of income is gone. So what do? I keep these things to run my business. I am not selling it away. I am using it in my business to earn money. That is a real account. Assets are all those things which help your business to earn more. Those things are not sold to earn. Through this you earn, right? That's called real account. Real account, remember it with money, paisa. When it comes in, it says debit. The rule of accounting, the actual rule of accounting, which applies almost everywhere in the same manner, it's real account. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So always follow debit on the upper side, credit on the lower side. That's how we show it in the books of accounts as well. So assets are always debited when you are getting them, and when you are losing, it's on the credit side. Learn it through money. Paisa aaye, so this is money coming and this is money going out. That is real account. Done. Now we have talked about persons. Now we have talked about assets. Now what about the last point? It says nominal account. Everyone, what do you mean by nominal account? Nominal account says expenses debit. Well, jo bhi expenses we are doing, or on the debit side, and all the losses and all those negativities that we are doing. But we are losing money. We are doing some expenses. All these things are required to run my business now. Then why do I do this? Paisa. I need money. So if I am a business and I need money, debit all the expenses and losses, credit all the incomes and gains. In the previous attempt in the October examination, real account was there. What is the rule for real account? Done, everyone? Now, this is the rule which Britishers gave. Little complex and to learn, but this is the golden rules of accounting. Always ask in the examination at least in one question. Matlab by in any case, when we're talking about this era, you're definitely getting the information. Personal, real, nominal. Now, quick look. Now I'm moving forward. Anybody, any doubts? Subrata sir, remember it like personal account. When we talk about persons, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Repeat it twice, thrice, or as many times as possible so that you become comfortable. Matlab, I'm someone who's into music as well. I like music and rhythms. So how did I remember? I remembered it by the tunes, by the rhyme scheme. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Keep on saying it. Look at this particular chart. You still have 4 days now. Look at this particular chart only. Twice, thrice, or as many times. Keep a screenshot of it so that you remember the particular thing. Because this can come in the examination. So if it's going to give you at least 1 mark, then why not? है ना? Real account, debit what comes in. पैसा आए तो debit, पैसा जाए तो credit. Remember it that way. When money comes in, debit side. When money goes out, on the credit side. So that's a real account. Nominal says all the expenses and losses are on the debit side. All the expenses and losses are debited. All the incomes and gains are credited. Now, how do they work upon this era? Modern rules of accounting said, nahi, this is too much. And real personal nominal is actually not practically very easy. We learned it through that. Then later on, the American rule came, which was very, very chill. My teacher made sure that I learned the primitive way, traditional method. So I learned it the traditional method, while this method is easier. Debit, the modern rules of accounting. According to this, how do you build your assets? I said I made my car. I made my car by using my money, 5 lakh, and I took a loan for 4 lakh. Then I made a car of 9 lakhs. This is the modern rules of accounting. Basic accounting equation, balance sheet equation, accounting equation. These are all the names of this particular equation. Capital plus liabilities is equal to assets. Done. Now this is the area, sir. This is called cradle. How do you define the term cradle? Cradle is basically, they said on the debit side, on the credit side, make two teams. Debit side is aid. Whenever we have assets, drawings, and expenses, whenever these three things increases, they always increase from the debit side. And whenever the credit side increases, it is LRC. Aid is assets, drawings, and expenses. When these three things increases, they increase from the debit side. Whenever you buy an asset, debited. Whenever you sell an asset, credited. Whenever there's an expense on the debit side. Okay? So remember only one part. What increases from which side? So assets, drawings, and expenses increase from the debit side, and liabilities, then revenue and capital, they increase from the credit side. Always remember C for capital, C for credit. So look at this part. Capital, credit, L, R, and C. Liabilities, incomes, and capital are on the credit side whenever there's an increase. On the contrary, when we talk about debit side, we have A, D, and E. Debit, the assets, drawings, and expenses. Everyone, got the idea? This is what we call the rules of accounting. Quick look and let me know if there's any doubt. This covers minimum 1 marks in the examination. Whatever we have done till now, minimum 1. It can definitely go up to 2-3 marks as well. Sharda ma'am, whatever you feel, you follow that. I follow the golden rules only. I don't follow the American rules. Whenever I'm doing the journal entries now, I never follow this part. I remember that part only because even I learned it from the golden rule. So whatever you feel like, it's all the same. I tell you about bod mass. Addition will remain addition. Subtraction will remain subtraction. So it doesn't matter. Acha everyone, I will also meet you today in the evening at 7 p.m. on YouTube. Okay? Even I feel it easy. Whatever you feel easy with, go ahead with it. Here it is, everyone, the compilation. Liabilities, incomes, and capital. Asset, drawings, and expenses. Whenever these three increases, they are always on the credit side. Whenever these three things increases, it is from the debit side. Look at this slide. This is the crux of the entire area. Everyone on YouTube, at least one question is definitely from this particular topic that you have done. Minimum one. And this becomes the base for the entire journal as well. Class timing, sir, morning 6 to 9. And we have 7 to 10 in the evening as well. With a little break. Okay. Everybody on the YouTube, thank you so much for being there. I hope this session was helpful for you. Before I end my session, I would like to show you our website. You can go through the virtual library, download the specific classes there. I think you already know about the particular schedule as well. I've updated in the Telegram channel and in the classes itself. So I'll be telling you further about it. Go on to the area of JIB and CIB and look forward towards JIB, CIB preparation. If this paid session was helpful for you, then definitely go ahead because everything is available here. JIB, CIB, Mahapacks and everything else is there. So whatever course you want to take up, just click on the area of buy now. Use the code BUY541. The Mahapacks are definitely a little better because they're cost effective. Because you get not only English medium but also the bilingual batches, English medium, test series, ebooks, and many more things. Right? Look at this part. Test series are of two sets. One is individual test series as well as a test series which are topic wise. Matlab, look at this. If I look at AFM only, this is our Power Pack revision batch, everyone. This is the class that we are taking right now. Okay? These are my classes. And then look at the test series. In the test series, we have got this area. JIB AFM topic wise. In this particular topic wise, classes are also there. So that's one of the best things that you can do. And ebooks are also there. The entire ebook, that means you have got the modules, ebooks. This is for paid as well, everyone. If you haven't reviewed these particular features yet and you've taken the course, utilize this part. After the completion of the chapters, you can definitely refer to these. Okay, na? I've just opened it up, picked up my AFM, picked up the ebook, and here it is. And then there are so many things that they have added. There are chapters after 35. What are the remaining 5? They are set of 500 questions, everyone. Huge number of questions. This is 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are all those areas. I think 36 is also there. Okay, na? That's all ebooks. And there are certain topics which I told you in the evening yesterday, that there are certain topics which you have to do in detail. That is, you can look forward towards May only. Look at any of our classes of detailed area in this area. You'll find my previous crash course. This is my crash course 2.0. There were 65 classes there. 65 hours of AFM is added there. So the huge number of questions to be there. Every 1 hour question was there. So 1 hour classes were there. Accounting standards in detail, rules of accounting in detail, journal, ledger, trial balance, all those things in detail have been done. So please make sure that you are utilizing all these things. Okay, wherever you feel there's a problem, refer the detail. Otherwise, don't go for the detail. Everybody in the paid batch. Everybody who is there on YouTube, please be there in the regular sessions right now. I hope you have reviewed it already. But if you haven't, then I'll be just telling you about the timing. Today I'm meeting you. Tomorrow I'm also meeting you as well. There it is. This is the exam week area, everyone. So currently we are on 17th. 17th, I'm meeting you in the morning as well as evening on YouTube. I'll be meeting you at 6 a.m. and 9 p.m. Okay. Then I'll be meeting on Tuesday for module C exclusively. On Wednesday, we'll be doing complete numerical area. And on Thursday, I'm meeting for you final marathon and the Maha marathons. So stay tuned and be in these particular sessions itself so that we can deal with it properly. Everyone, this is the YT schedule for English and bilingual, and we are also meeting on in our classes as well. So you can utilize this time. You can utilize all these content that we are preparing in both the areas. ठीक है ना? चलिए, thank you so much for being there, everyone. Thank you so much for being on the YouTube. Please share this